Everybody, Happy New Year. I am back in the studio, and as you know, it's one of my favorite places to be. The jobs keep coming this year, and that's pretty exciting. I was out shooting a couple of restaurants earlier today. Now I'm back in the studio because my wife for Christmas gave me some cologne. I have a bottle that has been empty for quite some time, and I don't wear it all that often, but occasionally I put it on. My wife likes the smell, so you know, smell good for my wife, right? But if you know me at all, when I get something like this, before I take it out of the box and do anything special with it, wear it, if it's clothing, whatever, I'm going to take a photograph of it because it's a perfect opportunity to build my portfolio. And I've got some perfume type shots that I've done over the years, but I don't have any, definitely not any recent cologne shots. So before I start using this, we're going to take a picture. So I've started setting things up in my studio. I've got a little bit of an idea of what I want the shot to look like, but to be honest with you, it's going to kind of fall where it falls. It may end up looking completely different than what I was thinking. There's part of me that thought about putting like a hot glue gun and kind of putting it at an angle. We'll see if we do that or not. It looks kind of neat just standing there. And definitely the lighting in the back is playing out a little bit differently than I thought it was going to do, but that's all good. My goal today is a portfolio shot. It'd be neat to do the first thing in the studio this year to be a nice portfolio piece. So that's what I'm doing. I hope you guys are having a good 2024, kicking the year off right. And yeah, let's get going with this shot. Let's make some magic and do something kind of neat and just create. So let me show you where I'm at. I'm just kind of throwing things up, and I don't know, I kind of have a vision on this shot, but I'm just kind of letting it go where it goes. But let me show you real quick. Camera, 80mm lens. I've got the old bottle in there that's empty, so it'll look a little bit different once it's full. Softbox right above. I ended up changing the way I had the main light because I want it just right above. I've got a couple of white fill cards here. That's giving some highlights on the bottle, the glass, as well as the cap. And then in the back, black seamless, one Godox V1 with a snoot on it at the moment. Let me show you the image that I'm getting. I'm not sure this is what I wanted for a background, but it's kind of neat. Okay, that's what I'm getting so far. The background light is far bigger than what I had initially envisioned, but I'm not hating it. I don't know, I'm gonna have to play with that a little bit and see if I can get it better. I guess I pictured it being a little smaller glow and more black in the background, and probably a little lower towards the horizon line than what it's doing, but I don't know. Kind of a happy accident in the sense that I kind of like it. You get some color in there once the liquid is in the new bottle, the cologne. It'll be, you know, golden looking. That might stand off there real nice. So yeah, I'll continue to play with it, try some different things, and we'll get a neat portfolio shot out of this for sure. Okay, as of right now, that's where I'm at. Let me show you the final setup. So I have tweaked the height of the shot, my angle. I've come in a little bit tighter. I ended up adding a third light here. And I've got the barn doors, and as you can see, they're pretty thin as far as a beam of light that they're sending out. But what they're doing is they are lighting up the words on the front of the bottle. Those were going a little blah, so I added a little light on them. I was going to use a mirror, but it didn't seem to work very well. Plus the mirror needed to be right in the shot to get the angle that I needed. I have also built up my fill card a little higher on that side because the blank spot above the first fill card was leaving a black line which was reflecting in the little ring at the top of the cap. So I've changed that. Again, softbox on top. I haven't changed this. I'm still liking the background light. To give you a little of the gear for the gear heads out there, Godox V1. I think this is a 105 centimeter octabox with a Godox AD100 Pro in it. And then the third light is another Godox V1. To give you an idea of power, the backlight, which is A, is at full power. The main light in the octabox is at half power. And then this little light right up here at front is also at full power. And those powers are giving me f14, 11.5 for the old schoolers out there. I'm at 200 ISO. And again, here's my shot. I'm liking it. I will bring it into the computer and double check that I like it. It's interesting, I'm getting those two little dots right there in the bottle. I'm not sure what that is. Don't hate me because I'll probably just fix that in Photoshop. Back in the day when I used to shoot a lot of this kind of stuff, we would literally take that stem out. We would pull the stem out of the bottle before we shot. And I don't want to do that in this case because I don't want to accidentally ruin the bottle and it not spray anymore. So I may retouch out that tube that's in there. I don't know, we'll have to see. I'm also going to walk away from it for a little bit. I've got some errands to run this afternoon, and I might come back and have another inspiration on what to do with that background. I might change that up a little bit. I'm not sure, but I'm liking where it's at now, so I'm not completely unhappy with it. Just might need that extra 10% that I sometimes talk about, but I think walking away from it might be a good idea for now. But there you go. I think we're pretty darn close on the first shot of the new year. All right, guys, so what do you think of the final image? Here it is in all its glory. And let me give you a little bit of insight what I did when I got it into the computer. I told you that one of the hard things about black plexiglass is keeping it clean. I forget how tough that really is. I had to do a lot of cleaning up, just little dust particles, and just, you know, you get some static and it just sticks to it, especially this time of year when it's so dry, there's not a lot of humidity. Back in the film days, I remember we used, you know, you didn't have that ability to take it into Photoshop, so it had to be right on film. And back in those days, I remember photographers talking about setting up a little fan next to the set and just have it gently blowing so nothing would settle on your set. Now, there's other issues involved if you do that. Of course, you're blowing over your fill cards and doing all kinds of weird stuff. But yeah, it is a major thing to keep black plexiglass clean. So I did a bunch of cleaning up there. I actually ended up blending two images together because I liked the Lagerfeld logo on the front on one better and the rest of the bottle better on a different one. So blended those two together, and then the last thing, and I will admit this to you guys, this is just me being sloppy, my horizon line wasn't straight, so I ended up having to fix that. That was a pretty simple fix in Photoshop, but that's just me being lazy. Yeah, there you go, I admitted it to you. Got sloppy, relied on Photoshop to fix that, but yeah. So there you go. That's the final image. I think it turned out pretty neat. My wife's comment on it, and my wife is one of my biggest critics. She said it looks masculine. Keep it simple. Don't do anything funky with the background other than just the glow that I put back there. She said it looks like a nice, clean, masculine advertising image. So we'll run with that. And, you know, if you got a second, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of it and what you would have done different. But yeah. Fuji X-T4 16 to 80 millimeter lens, which is surprisingly a nice lens. We're going to talk about that lens in an upcoming video, I think, because honestly, it's the lens I'd never thought I would like, but I really enjoy it. And then three lights, two Godox V1s, one Godox AD100 in a softbox, and pulled off a neat little product image here. And so yeah, there you go. If you could leave me a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, think about subscribing, and I will see you guys in the next video.